Okay guys, I'm back with this 95 gallon Hex equipment installment. So what I'm going to be doing here is installing this Silent Air B11. It's an auto-on battery powered air pump. Basically it's an emergency air pump that works as a backup for when the power turns off. It's not like the other ones where you have to turn it on yourself manually. This one actually plugs in, and when the power turns off it simply just turns itself on, and you basically have air running into the tank, so it keeps the water oxygenated. Now you can see I got my extra airline tubing. This came with the Silent Air, and so did this air stone right here. So I got some other types of air stones because I don't really want a big blue piece of, I don't want to say crap like this in there. So I'm not going to use this. I went to the Petco and I grabbed these black ones because I want to try to keep it as hidden as possible. So I got these guys, and then I got this check valve which will keep the water from siphoning back out into this. So you always want to have a check valve, so basically be connected into here, and then I have the airline tubing running through the in section. So that will be going into the tank. The end will be going into the aerator. So that's that. And you can see over here I got my battery backup. So this guy will be being installed to the 95, which will be running the MP40 as an emergency backup for power. It will be installed under here, and I'm going to place it under here. I got an air pump right there, you can see, and I'm going to put it under here, and it should be safe under there. That is going to run the MP40 in case of a battery, in case of a power loss. I got power right here to keep the MP40 working. And in the future, when the Echotech does create the smaller version of their pumps, because they have the medium and the large, and when they do bring out the small, I will install it in the pump section of the filtration system, because this is a built-in filtration tank. So basically the sump chamber, I will put that smaller pump, when they do have it out on the market, in there. And then the backup will, basically this backup will be turning that pump and keeping it going. But for now it's just going to be basically for the MP40, and then when the smaller pump does come out on the market, it'll basically be plug and play, and I'll just connect it to the battery pack, and that will keep that going. So that being said, I got a bracket for the MP40 controller. You can see just dangling right there. You can see the Velcro strip right there. Never works. After a while it just keeps falling off, and it's just annoying. So I want to go ahead and just got the bracket. Gonna place that to install that. So while I do the installation, I'm also going to be doing a tank cleaning. I'm going to change 10 gallons of the water. So that being said, I will return in just a little bit to show you what the install of the aerator and the battery backup. All right. Okay, so now I got the power off and everything. Well, not the power off, but I got the hood off, the canopy. And you can see I got the protein skimmer right here. I'm going to be cleaning this. So I got the cup right here, all that crap. And you can see all this stuff. And look at that. Nice, huh? So I'm going to be cleaning that up. And you can see there's my UV. And the protein skimmer, you can see it's right there. And you can actually see this tube right here. I actually got a separate pump in there that feeds up to the protein skimmer and then throws that water into the protein pump, which then circulates the water inside the chamber. So I basically, this system actually has two pumps to be able to work this protein skimmer. That being said, because of the fact that it's not intended for a hang on the back built-in filtration system like this, just doesn't have the suction to suck up the water from the tubing below. So I had to put a mini pump down there to throw up the water, and that's what's giving me the availability of water flow inside that chamber. So yeah, gonna clean the tank, and then I'm going to hook up the aerator pump in just a bit. All right. Okay, so I cleaned the protein skimmer cup, and you can see the chamber's nice and clean. What I did was just take my finger and just kind of clean out the gunk. Take a little, you know, dry cloth, you know, just in some old rags that I have, but very clean. Just clean more of the inside. And now I took my charcoal bag out, threw away the old charcoal and put some bulk reef supply, large particle charcoal. And I'm going to put that in here. So right here, this is where basically the overflow chamber is, and just kind of just set that in there, and the water will just, I don't know if you can see that, I'm probably sure you can't, but just flatten it out so the water just kind of trickles over it and then trickles down into all the filtration that's in there in the system. Oh, you can kind of see it in there. It's a little dark, but it's right there. And now I'm going to commence with the inside of the tank cleaning, where you can see I got these right here, and I just clean inside. And basically this is what I do every once a week or a week and a half, depending on my work schedule. But I'll be back in just a sec. Okay, so now you can see water is being drained out of the tank. It's going into this 5-gallon bucket, and then I'm gonna place in 10 gallons of nice fresh homemade salt water. Look at that guy. Look at, see how he grazes on that freaking, he's basically eating that sponge, that morschital. But you know, I added in some more red sponge, you can see right there, and he's doing awesome. He's doing awesome. Unfortunately, the SPS and the LPS corals in here, they don't do as well. I think I'm just gonna stick with probably just mushrooms and soft corals like how I intended. I tried to give it one more shot, but it just seems like it's just not doing well in this tank for some reason. It's the type of fish that I have in here, and I'm just gonna stick with what I got and just continue with it. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so now I got the aerator hooked up. So here's the tubing right here, and basically it's that stone, if you can see it right next to there. Hold on a sec. Okay, got a flashlight. So yeah, you see that stone right there, and that will be the emergency aerator when it turns on. And basically, if we go under here, you can see there's the device right there. So it's this device right here. So there it is. It's underneath there. And I'll leave it there. You can see the line. It's right there. And in the case of an emergency power outage, the tank will now be getting air. And now I'm going to be hooking up that mount for the MP40 controller. And I'll be hooking up the Echotech battery backup. Alright. Okay. So now I got that mount on. And you can see right there, got the mount is in. Oops, sorry. And there it is. So there you go, it's in there. And that takes care of that issue. Now the install of the Echotech battery. Okay, so this is the Echotech battery, and I'm going to be taking this out the box. There we go. Oh, it just comes out with that. Alright, you see we got two of the lines right here that will be plugging in. One will be plugging into the MP40. And then this one is not really recommended for the Vectra, but you can still use it. But they have another line that they want you to buy. For now I have this one connected also to the one in my reef tank, but I'm going to be calling Echotech to see which was the proper one. But it does still work, but still. So I'm going to be plugging this one into the MP40. So here's this guy, which is pretty heavy. Okay, so this is going to be fairly easy. So here's the power cord right there, it's the power supply. Here's the adapter unit. And basically all I do is just connect this to the bottom right there. Let's see. There we go. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. And connect this side to the AC adapter. Sorry, just trying to do this with one hand here. There we go. Okay. It's nice and tight. And this wire will be, this one right here, I just untangled it, will be going into here. And that's it. And basically, this one I'll save for another thing another time. And basically all I'm gonna do is just push this guy under here. It's gonna make a little room here. There we go. And there he goes. And see, that's how easy it is. Very simple. And I'm gonna put this in here. There we go, just shove the power in there. Move this guy to the side a little. And this cord will be running through the back. So, okay, so I got the cords behind here. So that one line, this one right here, just jacks into the controller like so. Let me just put that in there. See if I can get that in. There we go. And that's it. Very easy. See? So this line right here, that's going to the battery pack. And then I just, right here I got the extension, which is going to be connected right into there. And that's it. So there's the installation to the battery pack to the MP40. And you can see it's all in there. There's my B11. There's the Echotech battery. Pretty fairly simple. Not a difficult thing to do. And that's it. So there we go. That's this video for the 95-gallon hex. A little demonstration of my maintenance on my cleaning technique that I do for this tank. And basically all I do is just clean the glass and just change 10 gallons of water every week or week and a half. And got the mount on, see? Now it's all nice and tight right there. And got the Echotech battery pack. And I got the B11. So basically I'm ready for a power outage. But unfortunately the pump itself, the circulation pump is not on a battery pack until I get that new Echotech small pump when they come out with it. Well, there you guys go. And I plan to get some more softies around this area soon. Alright. Look at that Morse. Very brave guy. He knows how to handle the tank with the eels in it because he pushes the eels back in the rocks. Yum, he's hungry. Look at that. He's crazy. Alright guys. See you later.